Hello everyone, this is Ms. Siddiqui here. In this Greek drama STL video, we are going to talk about the 6 aspects of tragedy developed by the Greek philosopher Aristotle. So as you know from your history classes, Aristotle was a prominent Greek philosopher. And in the 4th century BC, Aristotle wrote a book about how to write plays as Greek theater was developing during his time. So the book that he wrote, called the Poetics, was meant to provide a critique to his contemporaries, such as the Greek playwrights Sophocles and Euripides, but has actually continued to resonate for centuries with playwrights across the globe, really. So, for instance, in the European Renaissance and by Arab scholars. And the Poetics is the first example of what we call a literary criticism. So the six aspects of tragedy developed by Aristotle are plot, character, spectacle, song, diction, and thought. We're going to talk about what these 6 elements look like in a play. So according to Aristotle, the plot of a tragedy must be whole. It should have a beginning, middle, and end where there's a climax and a resolution to the story. So there must be unity of action, and there should be no deus ex machina where an outside supernatural powerful force comes and intervenes in the situation, and tragedy should not have episodic plots where there are kind of several mini plots in a row. Aristotle also remarks that plots can be simple or complex. They can have catastrophe, where there's a change in fortune for the protagonist, peripeteia, where there is a reversal in the situation, and anagoras, where a character has some sort of realization or recognition or epiphany, but it's too late. All tragedies, according to Aristotle, should have a main character that is a tragic hero whose personal motivations are directly linked to aspects of the plot. So that character should be some kind of leader or king who's really renowned and prosperous, and things are positive for them, and they basically go through a change from good to bad because of what is called a tragic flaw or hamartia. Usually, this is hubris, which is a type of arrogance or overconfidence or pride. So this hamartia, which can sometimes be hubris or pride, leads to some sort of downfall for the character. So you can see how personal motivations would then be linked to the aspects of the plot. Tragic heroes or main characters of tragedies should have certain qualities, like they should be consistent, they should be idealized or ennobled, they should be true to life, and they should be good or fine. And then what happens to them is necessary and probable. So specifically, a tragic hero is a man who is superior to the average man in some way. And the way that the audience should receive that tragic hero is that they should feel pity for him, and they should also kind of fear him. So a good character in a tragedy is kind of this mixture of good and evil. So Oedipus, from Oedipus Rex, strikes this great balance where he is a hero with a violent streak, he's very clever, but is blind to the truth. And Oedipus has hamartia, or a tragic flaw, where he makes an error in judgment, if you are familiar with the story. And tragic heroes also experience situations where the audience knows what's going on and what's going to happen to them, but they don't, and they are ignorant, and therefore their actions seem inappropriate to the audience because we know something that they don't know, and then their actions create some sort of downfall for them. So in addition to plot and character, some other aspects of tragedy that Aristotle remarks on in the Poetics are thought, which means that the play should have a reference to a specific theme or message that is valued by the society in which the play is performed. The tragedy should have good diction, which means that the word choice should be appropriate. There should be elements of style and use of literary devices. Aristotle also says that all tragedies should have elements of song. There should be musical elements, and this is where the chorus comes in that narrates and sings the plot of the tragedy. And then also Aristotle remarks that spectacle is not really the goal of a play. So there should be an appeal for the audience, but the goal is actually catharsis, or a purging for the audience, that through watching the actions of Oedipus as a tragic hero, the audience should feel kind of cleansed about their own lives, kind of watching this other character, this tragic hero, suffer and have a downfall. So spectacle is the last element because it's not the main goal of tragedy. Alrighty, so that completes the video on the 6 aspects of tragedy from Aristotle's The Poetics. Thanks for watching, and make sure you have taken notes in your STL packet.